Derivatives trading is one of the most misunderstood things in the world of crypto and investing as a whole. Today, I'm going to be joined by Ben Zhou, the CEO and founder of ByBit, to discuss that crazy world that is margin trading. And they've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up you are definitely going to want to check out. Let's get it. BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap gets you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.io. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy interviews like the one we'll do today, make sure also to smash that like button for us. Throughout the video, we will discuss a lot of different things with Ben Zhou, the founder of ByBit. But I do want to point out, if you do want to sign up for ByBit or its referral program or the contest that we discussed in the interview, you guys can do that down below. We'll have some links in the description. But what I want to tell you guys is this. This interview is extremely interesting. He's going to talk about a myth revolving around leverage trading that needs to be cleared up. He's going to comment on BitMEX, Arthur Hayes, a lot of stuff I know people are interested in. And lastly, he is going to tease us with some interesting stuff that ByBit has coming to their platform that you're definitely not going to want to miss out on. So here's my interview with Ben Zhou from ByBit. All right, everybody, I am so excited to be joined by a fellow Ben Zhou of ByBit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, man. It's a pleasure to be on this show. And I think last time we talked was in Vegas last year before the COVID. So it's really happy to be able to chat again and update each other on things.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some very interesting talks. My channel was much smaller than it was now because it wasn't last year. It was 2019. Actually.
Oh, yeah, 2019.
It was a year and a half ago. I think I probably had about 11,000 subscribers, maybe 10,000 subscribers. So we've certainly blown up then. And, ByBit has definitely become a company that I work, very closely with. When it comes to trading, you guys, in my opinion, have the best site. But I want to hear from your opinion. What separates ByBit from the other competition in the space when it comes to leverage trading and margin trading?
Good question. I get that a lot. Number one, I guess, ByBit is actually the most traded exchange for Bitcoin. If you want to trade, especially inverse contract, in terms of volume and open interest, we have the best, the number one in the world, actually. And as far as liquidity wise, we also have the best liquidity for that. So as a trader, especially marginal derivative trader, you care about your slippage, you care about your order being filled, and you want a most efficient market. So ByBit is being there as the number one for that. What we are lacking at is we don't have so many altcoins that like Binance that do, but we are working on that to be able to bring to more people altcoins, especially now is the DeFi or the alt season. So one of the main reasons why people choose ByBit is because liquidity, and we actually do start to see a pattern that the BTC, we contribute a lot to the price discovery of Bitcoin in our own book. Second of all, I think it's a lot of people like our tool. Our tool is designed for our UI UX is designed for retail clients. Unlike the competition out there, a lot of times their UI UX might be confusing, or they don't have the take profit or the necessary risk management tools built for retail. We do have a bunch of that, especially for risk management, take profit, stop loss, also the insurance you can get, it's an option product. People choose us for that. And also because we are now, we're never been hacked or nothing like that has ever happened. So people think it's a very safe place to deposit and make trades. And I guess lastly is the philosophy that if we ever up, we will always reimburse. We are always trying to be fair and put our clients first. This is something that we observed is not a global standard, especially recently. We've seen either Kraken had a huge wick, or Binance went down a couple times, FTX, all that. ByBit just being extremely stable, and also, we had our up in the before. You're sure you've seen it. But we always fully reimburse as long as it's a ByBit problem, and that standard has been held since day one. So we would like to keep that, and we have a very good response and reputation for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I've never seen anything sketchy with ByBit at all. And I know that there is a crazy side to the whole trading game, especially when it comes to derivatives and things like that. We've seen it all with Wall Street bets, the power of derivatives and that realm of the world. But the biggest, baddest company in all of leverage trading for so long that really put crypto leverage trading on the map was BitMEX. And we know they were involved in all kinds of stuff. There was a lot of crazy stuff, price manipulation. They had several instances where there were articles written about how they were doing things they shouldn't have. I'll just leave it at that. And we do know that Arthur Hayes, there was a CFTC investigation, all kinds of stuff came from that. I just want to know from you, you've already talked about what makes ByBit different, but I want to know from you, what's something that you learned from kind of that whole debacle that happened over the last couple of years with BitMEX?
Right. First of all, I still have we always had a huge respect for BitMEX. They're the inventor of the most traded contract in the world existing now, the perpetual contract. And we, as a latecomer, we were lucky, and we had we were not the first one to invent the wheel, but we were able to look at the wheel and see how to improve our infrastructure, and especially our underlying structure, matching engine, so that we can be more stable and we can take more volume as we grow. So we were very lucky in that. I think BitMEX, they had some turmoil, especially with dealing with initially accepting the US clients, and now they are a lot in trouble. I think one of the main problem was the nature of the company. It is American firm, so but they weren't so careful with the regulatory regulations and all that in the very beginning. And also, I think ByBit, we like to focus on our internal products. So a lot of our focus is on how to make sure that our product, everything is working flawlessly. So, it's a huge growing market, and the opportunity is there as long as you're ready, as long as you're focused. So I would like to say that our success was not up so much, and always be there, always don't have overload or server issues. And eventually clients see that, because as a trader, you really need a stable platform, especially during volatility. I think this bull run, we have again proved ourselves that our system is extremely stable. And so this is what I like to focus. But I wish BitMEX the best of luck. I don't like to see any competitions in the industry being taken down or whatever, because it will be a huge issue for the whole industry, and not even good for ByBit. So I wish them good luck.
I understand that completely. We here on the channel, we've rocketed up. Everybody knows right now, at least at the moment, we're the largest channel in cryptocurrency. But I still have like a lot of smaller channels come on my channel for interviews. I go on a lot of other channels. And I don't even mean just like the local smaller ones that are, number 2, number 3, number 4. Almost anybody that reaches out to me that I think has, a lot of potential, I'll work with them, because it's better for all of us when everybody does well. So I think that, it brings more people in, and I definitely understand that, from your perspective. I think that one thing I want to talk about specifically is your referral program, because everybody knows a lot of YouTubers talk about ByBit. We all have referral links and things like that. I want to talk about the referral program for a minute, and anybody who is interested in signing up for the referral program. By the way, I'll put a link down below in the description, and probably on the screen somewhere you guys can see to go sign up for it. But talk about what went behind designing that, because I think that's been a lot of the secret to your success has been a referral program. And it's not just for YouTubers. If you are a person that trades, eventually you're going to have people coming to you asking where you trade at. And, it's designed for the bigger YouTuber, and also just for the regular guy that wants to get his friends involved. So if you kind of explain the thinking behind that, that'd be great.
Yeah. It's a very good question. And I don't get to ask that a lot. but I'm glad you brought it up. Because there's actually a whole scientific sort of methodology behind it, that why we did it. And I actually do see the positive impact, other than a lot of people say, oh, ByBit, so many people shilling ByBit, blah, blah, blah. But actually they are providing a huge value to the community. So let me explain. In the beginning, when we launched in late 2018, this is when we had the product, we had the BTC USD contract, the inverse. We launched it for 3-4 months and no one was noticing it, and we started to talk to all the YouTubers, KOLs on Twitter, all that, and we asked them whether they want to promote us based on the affiliate program, and none of them want to do that. They were asking actually for a fixed payment. At the time it was either 1 Ethereum per shot out, or even 0.5 BTC. At the time BTC I think was $5,000.
Yeah, that's bear market things. People
want so
bear market.
It was like one Bitcoin per shout out, things like that. So when I saw it, it was actually, I kind of think, well, if they only charge per shout out, it means their conversion rate, and they don't know how to convert their traffic. And they don't know what they're doing. And we look at what the competition was offering at the time, which was BitMEX, OKEX, the only two offering derivatives. They offer extremely simple referral program where you actually don't get to see the data as the promoter. Okay, so what we did is we give total data transparency. So you are able to see your conversion rate. You're able to see, we provide a whole CRM. So you can see how many clicks, you can generate different campaigns, you can start analyzing your behavior and action, and then in a way provide a better service to your community. Because ultimately, when clients decide to click on that link and convert, it means you offer them a service, either by going in depth, spend your own energy and time to understand this project, or you provide some sort of signal or fundamental technical analysis where they wouldn't get it elsewhere. So it's that contribution and conversion that I think a lot of times we don't focus on. We only focus on, all these guys are making commissions, but why? Why can they make commissions? Obviously, because they offer a service and a good service people value. So this is what we did. And eventually we started to knock on doors on all the KOLs and on Twitter and YouTube. And people, you start to see the shift of energy. Once they start to see the data, they start to say, oh, okay, my audience, they start to understand their audience. My audience actually want me to talk about more on the fundamental analysis, or because they're really interested, because whenever I say that, the conversion is increased, then I'll talk about that. And then in terms of fundamental, what should I talk about? Technical analysis, all of that. And then you start to see the breakdown and the tunnel. And then you start to understand your crowd and your audience, and then you can be more precise, and you can actually eventually do this as a full-time job. So what we did to the industry was really, the first innovation was to change the whole affiliate marketing game. And we start to see that all the KOL we work with are starting from either part-time to now full-time, working on promoting and such as you working on your YouTube channel and provide a service to the community. So I think this is what we did. And I mean, the people who get a fair payment. So I think this is a good business model, and we see a very positive outcome. So I think this partnership is something we value the most. ByBit started from being a pro affiliate exchange, pro our partners, and we will continue down that road and make sure we all offer better service to our the whole community and all that.
Yeah. And I think there's this misconception, just kind of piggybacking on that, with the affiliate program, and with people, YouTubers and people on Twitter or wherever social media service they're on, talking about ByBit. There's a misconception, I believe, that it's better for the person talking about it if the people come onto the site and get liquidated. And I mean, obviously that's not true for a lot of reasons. Can you talk about that maybe for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, you need people to be the educator, to teach people what is crypto all about. I'm sure you guys don't only talk about derivative tradings. You talk about what is Bitcoin. You're basically educating the people And I would think that this plays a huge part into this current bull run, because if people, for me, if I want to learn anything, I literally go to YouTube. If I want to know how to cook a tomahawk steak, I go to YouTube, because that's such a simple way to click and understand. So I think it's always easy to criticize, but when you actually put down the hard work to explain certain things, to educate the general public, it's a huge contribution to the whole industry. And obviously, derivative trading being one very complex part of the industry, you need the pros to explain to you like what is the difference between limit orders and conditional orders, the market orders, and why you want to take profit, why you want to stop loss. Because ultimately, people believe they can make some money, and they believe that there's a value in Bitcoin, and there's value in the market movement. So I think this is what we are working on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen it. I see the numbers, like you said. I've got the whole dashboard. I see, all my numbers in ByBit, and I see that my traders are staying and they're trading and they're winning. That's why, we see it in the numbers. I talk about it on the live streams, almost every day, and it's been very encouraging because, when people come onto the site, and you talked about this, maybe it was off air, but you talked about how people come and they'll just come to the site for a little bit and then they'll leave and they won't come back. Because they might come on, they might get in a bad trade, they might lose, they might get wrecked, whatever the case may be, and they may just give up. And I think educating people and giving them the tools to be able to win over the long term, and to you can become a trader and you can win. You don't have to listen to the haters that have tried and gotten wrecked and stopped, who say things like, well, 90% of traders are unsuccessful and they lose and all this stuff. Well, yeah, but it's all you got to do is have that 10% winning mindset, and anybody can have that. It's not luck. It's not the lottery to become a successful trader. So what, let me ask you this. There's a lot of stuff out there about derivatives, and especially because of Wall Street bets and, people shorting GameStop, all that. It's a very popular thing, but people don't really understand derivatives in general. And there's a lot of misconceptions about it. What is a myth about leverage trading? Something about leverage trading that's not true, or, something that people don't understand that you wish you could correct?
I mean, first point I want to add is that there is a little bit of misconception that somehow the exchange or the promoter would like to see clients getting rigged. This is completely wrong, because first of all, how do we make money? Let's just talk real honest, real down to earth. How do we make money? Is when the clients trade. And when the clients trade, you as a promoter make money, and we make money. So our pure goal is to how to increase the client's lifetime, meaning that we don't want them to lose. We want them to continue to trade and hopefully make some profit so they can keep trading. And an exchange like ByBit, we are an open order book exchange. We have all these market makers and global participants in it. Whether you win or lose, it's really whoever's trading against that order. It could be an individual, it could be an institution, but we as exchange make fees, and we share that to our partners who promote us. So I think one of the biggest myths is that, but it's more of a joke. It's more of a meme that people think is funny, that a bunch of people getting liquidated, and seems like everyone's goal is to get people liquidated.
Yeah.
But it's a zero-sum game, meaning that when someone's liquidated, someone else is winning. So who is that someone else? It's not like it's true that 80%, a lot of the retailers in the end do end up losing because of impulsive trading behaviors. But that means that 20% winning is actually winning the whole 80%, because it's zero-sum. It's You're just moving the pie. And also that I think some people describe derivative trading because literally, if we change the underlying Bitcoin in ByBit to the US dollar, we are just like a commodity exchange, CME or whatever. And I think the misconception is a lot of people that thinks that is trading derivatives is like gambling, but it's not, because gambling, the house always have an edge. But when you trade on the exchange, it's always 50-50. It completely depends on the market. So it is whether you want to utilize the tool to be able to enhance your trading, and also better make sure you get the risk management going on there. So, but in the end, I think to be able to trade and make profit in this market, it takes a lot of discipline. You need to be able to use your stop loss and take profit and risk management, and also understand the weapons and tools the exchange can provide to you, so you utilize that, and don't be impulsive. Become and that's normally we see the winning kind of a mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all that's good stuff. I mean, I think a lot of people get caught up on the statistics, which I don't know who literally came up with the statistic of how many people lose trades, but I always go back to this: how many people are successful in anything? How many small businesses are successful? How many YouTube channels are successful? How many restaurants are successful? How many times do you look at a place and you see 8 restaurants go through there in a 20-year period? It's just hard to succeed in life. That's the way it's all designed. It's designed to be difficult because if everything was easy, we just call it communism. So I think that, at the end of the day, it is hard. And I tell everybody, I was a very bad trader for a long time. And that's why I didn't talk a lot about trading on my show. And it's taken a long time and a lot of experience and a lot of personal, growth and control to be able to get it to a place where I can consistently make money with it, along with, using Market Cipher that we use here on the channel. It crushes it. CryptoFace obviously, is a person that knows what he's doing and designed Market Cipher to win on ByBit. And, all that stuff's true. All that stuff's good. I agree 100%. One thing you touched on when we go back to talking about the people that just come and go, they just come to the site, they trade a couple times, they leave, you never see them again. What are some things you guys are doing on your end to kind of give people, I guess, more of a show? Give them more to watch, more to do. I know you guys have a lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah. So basically, that's our plan for what's going on in the future, at least this year with ByBit. We notice that clients come to ByBit and they leave not because they don't like our product. It's simply because we don't offer the pair or the coin that they want to trade. For example, now it's this whole DeFi and altcoin kind of season, and people wants to trade DeFi coins, and we don't offer that. Not because we don't want to offer it. It's simply because the way we built the exchange, it was not designed ever to fast list a coin. So it literally takes us 3 to 6 months to list any coin. Wow. Because our process to be extremely prudent. So we want to fix that capability. So we're working on that to sort of be able to list the coin first within 1 or 2 weeks, and then eventually within hours. So this is something we work on, and then eventually you will see that we were going to offer a full spectrum of product that clients simply wants to trade. So we want to maintain, if you are a trader, we don't want you to go anywhere else. We want you to stay in ByBit. And something else we noticed they need is the spot market. Now, initially, our understanding was that, we are derivative focused. Our traders will come to ByBit because the liquidity and all that I just mentioned. But at the same time, a lot of the traders requires a spot market to do arbitrage between spot and futures, and also just to hold on different coins at the same time when you do the risk management. So this is something we're gonna do. Hopefully, be able to present mid-year or I don't know, June, July, something like that. And on top of it, we want to offer people some simple tools so that they can maintain their coin or asset on ByBit while they wait for another trading activity or trading opportunity. So something like a flexible or non-flexible savings with a sort of annual yield. We're going to offer that. And also we are trying to talk to many fiat on-ramps to connect us, make sure that we can provide the lowest fees for anyone who wants to make a deposit through local bank or credit card. So this is something we want to broaden our horizon a little bit, make sure that our product is more friendly, because now it's still built very much for professional traders.
Yeah.
But obviously
it's the best one out there. It's the best UI, but at the end of the day, you still have to already kind of know how to be a trader to use it.
Right, you got to know where to get your coins. You got to know all that. So we want to make it more easy for the people who just joining crypto and want to check it out what it is, and especially use derivatives. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, this has been very informative. I can't let you go though before I ask you a Bitcoin question. Last question: where do you see Bitcoin going the rest of this year?
Man, 100K.
Right?
I'm not selling.
Oh, heck no, man. Heck no. I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
about to moon right now. I got me a long in at the current moment. While we've been on the interview,
Okay.
I've been pulling up my browser. I've been checking it out. I'm up pretty good right now. I needed to keep running. So don't liquidate me.
Yeah.
Ben. One bend to one bend. Come on, don't liquidate me.
Okay.
Listen, man, thank you so much for joining us today. Been very informative. I look to have you, on again down the road, especially when you guys have some of the new developments you have coming out. Can't wait to talk about some of that stuff. It sounds exciting, having spot trading, especially. I know a lot of people want that. You got to withdraw and then move it somewhere else, and then transfer it or trade it. If you were able to do it all on the site, I think that'd solve a lot of things, a lot of different issues that people have. So, Ben, thank you so much for joining us. You guys make sure to check out ByBit. We've got a competition link. We've got a referral link. We got all kinds of stuff down below. You guys can click on and go get involved. Ben, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Good time.
All right, guys. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.